Hey my little angels, and welcome back to another video, you guys. I've been putting off making this video because it is very long, as you can tell. This event can take you 2 whole days to do, depending on the energy recovery time. But don't worry, because this event lasts for a month, so I would suggest not putting it off till the very last moment. It's here from May the 25th till June the 26th. Anyways, we have an amazing Lua event, Trip to Wonderland, which has been in production for a year or so. Do take a moment to thank everyone involved, from coding the whole event and fixing bugs quickly, to the creativity of this event, to the various lovely maps and background music and sounds as well. Lua events are not official events and are made by the event squad. They take place in normal, vanilla, racing, and Defalante rooms. It does not take place in survivor rooms. These events come to rooms every set amount of time after a room has been opened and has 4 or more players in it, meaning that not all rooms will be playing the Lua event at once. Currently, the upper limit of mice in a room before it breaks is 140 mice, meaning that if this number is surpassed during the time that the event was to come, it will skip the room altogether. Usually that set time is between 40 and 60 minutes, changing every restart. The most up-to-date Lua event map interval can be seen by going to room #BoloDefChaco, which currently shows between 41 and 46 minutes. To figure out the next rooms or track the event, you can check /chat event, or sometimes /chat Lua gets used if there's a concurrent official Transformice event taking place. The lovely thing about this particular Lua event is that you can join a room after the event's already begun, as long as there aren't more than 50 players in that room already, and you will spawn and get to play it too. I usually stay in BR rooms during this time since they tend to have the most number of rooms, and thus giving you more chances to play the event. Now that we have refreshed ourselves on how the Lua event works and how to farm that, let's move on to the specifics of this event. The event map lasts for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, consisting of 15 different map locations, which you can unlock as you progress through your 43 missions. This is a chill event which requires dedication, especially due to its anti-farming measures added in place. You are lost in a realm and are trying to get back to Transformice, but have to traverse various worlds, aka 15 maps, in order to do so, which is done by collecting materials, planting and harvesting crops, killing things easily, and using your gathered ingredients to craft different materials at NPCs or construction signs, which once built, turn into structures offering you more things to craft for ingredients. Let me first walk you through what shows up on your screen. On the bottom left side, that green lightning bolt is your energy meter. Currently, the maximum capacity is 30 energy points with a regeneration time of 90 seconds, aka 1.5 minutes to gain 1 energy point back, but it has been 1.75 minutes, 2 minutes, and even 2.5 minutes in the very recent past as well. Oh, actually, at this point in time, I think it might be 105 seconds now. It might have changed to that during the time I've recorded this. You'd regenerate lost energy even if you are offline from TFM, but if you hop maps way too frequently, it doesn't give you energy enough time to regenerate based on how it's coded. So if you're waiting to gain enough energy, I would avoid hopping maps during that time to ensure that you do gain energy as you are meant to. I realized this when I was hopping maps to help track event maps while collecting crops, and I was stuck at the same energy level for the past few minutes despite not doing anything to lose energy. The things that take energy are anytime you collect a resource, plant a crop, or kill anything. The things that do not take energy are the process of constructing any building, aka opening those construction signs, or NPCs and converting the resources you have gathered to make a building or another item. And harvesting a crop does not cost energy either, only planting does. On the first day and a half, planting crops did not cost energy and was suddenly switched without any warning to cost energy the day before yesterday. This is why you may see video clips of me planting and harvesting crops while I was waiting for my energy to rebuild, and anytime I had some spare time left over in a round since it was free to do so priorly. And this is the reason why I have so many extra unnecessary crops harvested as well. There are 4 specific resources, though, that you can collect free of energy. Rum on map 2, fireflies on map 5, pearls on map 10, and flaming stars on map 13. Spam click each pile till you stop hearing the sound made when you pick up that resource. But there is a caveat to this. Only do that once your energy hits 0, otherwise collecting those 4 resources will take away your energy. So every time you run out of energy, go do that till you have like 10 or more of each, so that you won't have to use your energy later to get it when you need. Or if you do need it, go use your energy on other resources for that mission or the next mission after, till it hits 0, and then go and get these resources. Below that is a light brown map button on the left and a pink backpack button on the right. The map button will show up once you have crafted a map in Mission 2. You can click on this at any time to transport between lands. There are some missions that require you to go build something on a prior map, and all maps are used to collect various resources throughout your missions as well. I love how you get transported to the land you were last in at the start of each new event round. The pink bag will show all the materials you have collected, crafted, and harvested, separated by categories to make it easier for you to find how much stock you have of each thing. Some missions will require you to make items which you may have already crafted in a prior mission, so be sure to pay attention to that before you go and collect or craft more. On the bottom right, you will see a gray button with a magnifying glass symbol in it. This is used for you to keep track of your missions, and it will tell you exactly what you need to do in order to progress to the next mission. If you are following it and notice that your counter within the mission did not go up when you did indeed collect or craft that item, and it asks you to do multiple of them, relog to fix the counter and make it work again. I never encountered that issue, but letting you know in case you do come across that bug. To be safe, every time I started to collect or craft a resource that required multiples, I would open the missions chart to check if the first one counted, so I didn't end up collecting and crafting all their needed resources, only to find that none of it counted, making me redo it all after I wait to build up enough energy once again. There are a lot of sounds along with background music, which differs from map to map. The sounds can help you identify when you have picked up a resource or completed a mission as well. You can also press H on your keyboard at any time and receive instructions in the game chat on how to interact with things in this event. Your interactions are by using the spacebar, clicking, or ducking, either of which works for NPCs or collecting resources. Spacebar is used specifically to interact with construction signs and buildings made and to kill things. Planting or harvesting crops can be done by clicking or the spacebar. When interacting with NPCs or anything, be very mindful of any moving creatures or resources you may be near so you do not accidentally kill or pick up a resource that you did not need and waste energy when you intended to only to interact with the NPC or building. This holds especially true when killing moving creatures while being near a resource, causing you to accidentally pick up a resource instead of killing the creature. That's why I'm patient and wait for it to move a bit away from the resource to prevent wasting any extra energy there. Now that the basic rules are done, let me go over the adventure calendar, which gives us 5 tickets each time you complete one of their tasks. Oh, and this event totals 100 tickets supposedly. The top left number is the amount of energy you have spent, and the top right number is the distance you have traveled by hopping between different worlds, aka maps. The 6 numbers below are for the following: 500 resources or crops collected, 100 items crafted, 20 missions completed, 40 missions completed, 20 of anything killed, and that last one is for completing the 43rd mission. The event chest in this lure is the Groundhog chest, which can be bought from the NPC Hakadia, not sure how you pronounce it, on the last map of this event, along with the options to buy global chests, red tickets, and a few other items. When collecting resources, since you are able to see this video for what missions lie ahead, you will be prepared to know which resources you can collect ahead of time and which ones you should wait to collect once you reach that mission, because some of them require you to collect resources or craft ingredients as a part of their mission. If you already collected or crafted that resource, you would have to waste energy and do it all over again when that mission comes up for you, such as collecting 20 ice or planting roses or harvesting potatoes. Do not do these ahead of time. There are some other missions where it will ask you to craft glue or wires or anything else. In this case, if you have spare energy, you can gather the resources needed to make these items beforehand without crafting them until it is time. I would advise not going too far ahead in the missions before you've completed your current one, because energy is precious. Some cases may be when you are back in the game after a while and have built up 30 energy but have to leave soon again, so you would want to use up all those 30 energy points quickly but wisely to allow you to get another 30 energy points while you're away. This video can help you plan out a couple missions ahead when needed, and you can see me sometimes gathering some more stuff than I currently need, since I have energy to spare and I'm already in that location for a certain resource that I may need in the next mission anyhow. It would save me from having to make an extra trip to that map, walk all the way over to collect it again the next mission. Alright, enough of me mentioning a few tips. Let me move on and show you what to do for each mission and point out more tips and the 3 prizes as we move along. So here we go. When you enter each new land for the first time, I'll refer to them as map 1 through 15 for simplicity. There's a description stated for it, which is what you're greeted with at the very start here. To avoid these videos becoming even longer than they already will be, I won't read them out loud, but you can pause and read them and the dialogues that the NPCs say as part of your journey through these lands. To start, click the magnifying glass and your first mission will pop up and tell you exactly what you need to do. Mission 1, collect any resources, craft an axe, and craft a pickaxe. Okay, so I would suggest collecting the resources you will need to make these 2 tools instead of collecting anything, to save you the energy and help you progress faster in your missions. I'll be telling you what stuff you need ahead of time to help you do this event quicker. Oh, and be very careful with what types of logs and rocks versus marbles and other elements, for some may seem very similar, causing you to pick up the wrong thing. This chart made by Audria, #3661, was very helpful to me and I'll link it below for you all as well. It shows the locations of all the resources and not only the resources to create items and buildings, but also their locations to craft, making this a very useful guide to keep on hand. Oh, also, palm logs are the same thing as wood, but only palm logs are considered as the wood resource that some items need when crafting. Okay, so the axe and pickaxe will require 10 palm logs and 5 stones each, and since it costs 1 energy to pick up each thing, you will be needing exactly 30 energy to complete mission 1. By collecting 20 palm logs and 10 stones, half for each tool you need to craft, you'll have completed the first part of the mission, asking you to collect any resources 10 times in total and have enough with you when you go walk over and talk to Stingray. When collecting the resources, you will hear a sound, and the top right corner will mention the resource you're picking up as well. Do not plant any bamboo yet. I did that because it did not cost me any energy to do so when I first started playing it, but now even that costs you energy. You will get a mission later asking you to plant bamboo, so do it at that time. After talking to Stingray once, interact with them again to open up their crafting menu and make your axe and pickaxe. To craft any tool or ingredient, all you have to do is click on that final product you want crafted and a confirmation box will pop up to confirm your choice. If you do not have enough of an ingredient, it will say so, and you can go and check your bag for which resources you still need. Once you have crafted both, mission 1 is complete and you get 1 ticket, and it gave me 2 postcards, which can be random inventory item for you, I guess. You will also hear that specific sound every time you complete a mission. That seems like a lot for a single mission, huh? Don't worry, it's not as hard and confusing once you get the hang of it. And I'll hold your hand every step of the way here, so if you ever do get stuck or are unsure or wish to plan ahead, just jump to this video at any point you need. Now you know how to collect resources and craft and the rough idea of how stuff works in this game. I won't have to explain that part again to you moving forward. Alright, now click that magnifying glass to see your second mission. Mission 2, plant 8 bamboo and craft a map. You have 4 garden plots on this map, so you will need 2 map event rounds and 8 energy points in order to complete the first part of this mission. Every time you are on an event map round, all your plants grow, regardless of how much time has actually passed. So now since we can hop to event rooms and start playing in the middle of the round, you can even quickly plant by clicking each garden plot and selecting the plant type you need, leave the room and rejoin quickly, or hop over to another Lua event room and your crops will have grown. But only do that if there is less than 50 mice in your room, because if you leave the room and there are 50 or more players, you will not be able to rejoin that room till the event round is over. Then you can click it to harvest, which will not cost any energy, and plant 4 more. Mango is one of many NPCs on the various maps who will be telling us the storyline of this event, and you must interact with every NPC character on all maps, because some missions later, they will not let you interact or progress further until you have spoken to every NPC character before them. This caused issues for many players priorly when they had to go and search through all the worlds again, but now I believe there's been an addition to the game that tells you which NPC or NPCs you may have missed speaking to. I'll bring this up again later on just to remind you guys. Anyhow, to craft the map, you need to speak to Mango, who is on the left side of the map. After listening to your interaction with Mango, interact with them again to open up their crafting menu, which will show a map. This will need 3 palm logs, 4 banana leaves, aka 7 energy points, to get the resources you need and come back to craft it. Thankfully, you only have to stay on map 1 to collect these resources as well. You get 2 tickets for completing this mission. Mission 3 asks you to build Little Windbreaker. You can harvest your priorly planted bamboo and go far right where you'll see a construction sign, or in my case, a down arrow sign. I think this visual was updated later on, so you'll later see my visuals being construction signs too. When you press the spacebar on it right now, it will show you all the resources it needs to be crafted. You can click spend now, and it will use those 8 bamboos you have planted earlier. Now you will just need to collect 6 palm logs and 4 banana leaves for a total of 10 energy points. You can also just collect all materials before going right over to the down arrow to see what you need to craft, to save you the time from having to walk back and forth, since you now know what all materials you need to build it without having to go and check. You get 2 tickets and an inventory item. Mission 4, collect 5 rum and build a lighthouse. For this, I would advise you to do the lighthouse first so you can bring your energy down to 0 and then collect the rum after that, since you can collect 5 free of energy at that point. You can use the boat you built or click on your map icon and click the second map to transport to the next map. Sounds confusing. The construction sign is in the middle. It will show you what you need in order to build your lighthouse. 4 palm logs, 12 stones, and 4 sand. These can all be found on map 1, so click your map button and click on the first map to transport back there and collect all these resources. You will need 20 energy points in order to collect enough for the lighthouse. You will probably not have enough energy points to collect them all, so after your energy is down to 0, go back to map 2 and spam click on the rum to pick up multiples of them free of energy cost. When one pile runs out, you can click on the other piles, and like planting or harvesting, you do not need to be close to them in order to interact with them. You get 1 ticket and some inventory items. Mission 5, you need to craft 6 planks and build a barrel. Each plank costs 1 palm log and 1 stone to craft, so you will need to go back to map 1 and collect 6 palm logs and 6 stones, and then come back to map 2 and spacebar on the lighthouse to open its crafting menu, and then craft 6 planks. This will cost you 12 energy points in total. This is basically the process going forward. There will be various missions or things you need to build, which will require planks. So now you know how to build them and which maps you need to go to in order to do so. The far left on map 2, that construction sign is for your barrel. When you press space on it, you'll see that you need 8 palm logs, 5 ropes, and 4 planks. You already have made enough planks, so you can click submit and it will use 4 of the 6 that you have made. The rope can be crafted in the lighthouse on map 2 and takes 1 sand and 1 banana leaf to craft one of them, so you need 5 sand and 5 leaves to have enough. The log, sand, and leaves can all be found on map 1, and you'll need 8 plus 5 plus 5, which is 18 energy points to gather these resources. Mission 5 takes a total of 30 energy points to do, 12 for the planks and 18 for the barrel. So since now you know what you have to do to go ahead, you can plan accordingly and just do a map after you have 30 energy points, and on map 1 collect 14 palm logs, 6 stones, and 5 leaves in total. Then go to map 2 and you can make your 6 planks and barrel all in one go instead of having to go back and forth repetitively. Creating a barrel unlocks map 3. Are you with me so far? This is how you can plan ahead while waiting for your energy to regenerate. I will tell you what each step in a mission will take, and you can calculate and decide how far ahead you wish to wait and gather together before going to craft stuff if the mission doesn't tell you to collect a resource as part of its steps. You get 2 tickets and some inventory items. Mission 6, collect 10 marbles and plant 8 lemon berries, which means that you need 18 energy points to do this mission. The marbles look like rocks, but they are the ones found on this 3rd map. The lemon berries are just lemons, so in these garden plots, when you click to plant, you are given 2 options, so be sure to select the first lemon plant for all the 8 garden plots at this time. Later you will need Weeping Lily for various craftable items, so you can plant those at that point of time. You get 1 ticket and an inventory item. Mission 7, build a watermill and then craft 5 glue in it. Watermill will require 4 palm logs, 3 planks, 2 you already have in your inventory, so to craft 1, You will need 1 palm log and 1 stone, 6 marbles, you've already collected 10 priorly. Glue requires 1 lemon berry and 1 weeping lily, and you need 5 of each to complete the mission, of which you already planted 8 lemons earlier. As we progress, it will become more complicated to remember where each resource is and where you can craft each item. I use a simple line to track what all I need to do, so I'll show you in case it helps you out to be more efficient when the next round plays. I'll show you on a simpler one like this to make it easier for you to follow along. I would open a /chat random chat name and type lines of what I have to do next while I waited for my energy to regenerate or just waited for the next map. Watermill 3, 4 log 1, 1 log 1 plus 1 stone 1 equals 1 plank 2. Okay, so the number in the parentheses was the map number I could find that item or craft on, and I left out the marbles here since I already have them in my bag from before. This tells me that I need 5 logs from map 1 and 1 stone from there too. And then I can come back to map 2 to craft 1 plank and then head over to map 3 to complete the windmill. Once you have harvested your lemons, you are free to plant 5 weeping lily flowers to harvest the next map round and then make the 5 glue on map 3. You need 6 energy for the watermill and 5 energy for planting these flowers to use for the glue, so a total of 11 energy points needed for mission 7. And never forget to interact with all NPCs on each map as you go along. Mission 8, build Esmerelda, which can be found on the far right of the 3rd map. From here on out, you can determine how many of these items and resources you already have in your bag. I'll just be telling you the totals needed to complete the build using the format I explained to you above. So based on this format, you can see that you need a total of 11 leaf, 7 logs, 5 sand from map 1, then 7 planks and 5 ropes from map 2, and then head to map 3 and craft it. This will require 23 energy points to do, and as a reminder, you can subtract any energy points you may need if you already have some of these items in your bag already. Oh, and spamming all those free resources once you hit 0 energy can help you fast track your adventure point calendar of collecting 500 resources as well. This gives you 5 tickets upon completion. You get 1 ticket and some inventory item upon completing mission 8. Mission 9, plant 6 blue peppers and 6 mushrooms and build old hut. Each map will have a garden plot which only allows you to plant specific crop options. If you have enough energy and you need some crops like bamboo from map 1 and lemons or weeping lily from map 3 as well, you are always free to hop on these maps and plant, and they will be harvestable in the next event map you play, and there's no rush to harvest them either. They will stay there till you decide you need it. Alright, so for this 4th map, you have 6 garden plots, so one round plant the blue peppers, and then the next round harvest them and plant 6 mushrooms, which will use 12 energy points in total. Oh, also, you have unlimited backspace, so you do not need to worry about that. At least, and for fun, the maximum I've gone till is over 1,500 rum. In the middle of map 4, you are told all the stuff you need to build this hut. Note that there is a new log here. It is a pine log on map 4, so be very careful about each resource, as I've mentioned before, since some are similar. Also, when crafting, a few people were mixing up brick and plank and ended up going and making the wrong one, so double check what you need and read that properly in your mission. 17 energy points needed for the hut, totaling 29 energy points needed to do mission 9. Side note, about 3 to 5 seconds before round ends, you'll be frozen to help the game save your progress up to this point, and if you continue harvesting or collecting resources while frozen, or manage not to be frozen traveling between worlds, usually those last few seconds of action will not be saved. 2 tickets and another inventory item later, you are now on mission 10, and it will take you 21 energy points to complete. You need to make 4 blue paint in the hut, craft a sword, which is done by talking to the witch NPC first, and then you can get bat skins by killing them with the sword you crafted. Apart from the blue paint ingredients, it is all done on map 4. Harvest 4 weeping lilies on map 3, 4 blue peppers on map 4, and then craft your blue paint at the hut. Talk to the witch NPC and then gather 3 pine logs and 7 iron, both are on map 4, and then talk to the witch again, who will show you the crafting menu now and get your sword. You need a sword to kill the bats. Just hop up on some of those pink platforms and press the spacebar when a bat is near you. If some are hard for you to reach, you can stay in the same spot and another bat will spawn in that area very soon after. Killing those bats will automatically give you the bat skin, and thus you get 2 tickets and an inventory item and move on to Mission 11. In Mission 11, you need to build a grave, and it will take 10 energy points to do so. Go to the construction sign, which is on the far right of map 4. All you need is 4 sand and 3 bricks for this one. Get 7 sand and 3 stone from map 1. And then go to map 3 to make 3 bricks. Then go to map 4 to make the grave, and you get 2 tickets and unlock map 5. Mission 12 has you collecting 7 fireflies, which you can easily do for no energy once you use up all your energy on other tasks first, such as planting those 4 skullberries on this 5th map's garden plots, and then head over to build a bonfire. This mission will take you 22 energy points to complete. I love how you can see some of the fireflies and garden plots at the very start when your vision's being limited on this map. It prevents you from feeling too helpless and lost and gives you a purpose as you start to explore this map by going left. The bonfire is in the middle of this map, so you just keep walking left a bit till you see the construction sign. You have done this enough by now to know where to find these and how to read this formula to help remind you. Once completed, you get 2 tickets and an inventory item. Mission 13 asks you to craft a torch. Finally, and you only need 4 energy points. Go left on the 5th map past the bonfire to talk to the Gravekeeper NPC, and then interact once more to see their craft menu. 7 fireflies on map 5, 4 iron on map 4, and then you come back to map 5 and make the torch. You can use those fireflies from your past mission here, and feel free to spam click on all firefly groups whenever your energy is at 0 to get even more for the future. You just need some iron from map 4 and then you're ready to craft and see the lovely details of map 5 and get 2 tickets as well. If you have energy left over to use before catching the fireflies here, you can jump ahead and get some resources you may need in mission 14 or even 15 if need be to empty your energy reserves. This map actually has a creative little Easter egg you can do now, but I will wait till we get to map 12 I believe before I reveal more about it, since there's a link from this map in that one as well. Mission 14 needs us to build a well and craft 6 wires. This mission will use 28 energy points. Keep going left on map 5 past the Gravekeeper till you reach the next construction sign. Nail's the only item here you haven't crafted before, so as a reminder, it is on map 4 by interacting with the hut. As always, I would suggest grouping your resources and crafts map-wise when possible, so you are not going back and forth many times, such as get all the map 1 resources first, which would be 3 sand, 5 stones, and 2 logs, then craft the 2 planks in map 2, then map 3 resources being the marbles, and then craft 3 bricks, and finally map 4 resources being iron, and then craft the 3 nails there, and voila! The well's done. You can think of this as you wait for your energy to regenerate. In the later missions, I would usually wait till I've regained at least the amount of energy points needed to complete one mission before I hopped over to a Lua event room to keep the missions going smoothly instead of having to wait every 3 or 4 energy points at a time, which made it incredibly frustrating being an event farmer myself, and you'd have to double check your bag to see which stuff you already got and which you have left to get. We are not done with mission 14 just yet. We still have to craft those 6 wires to complete it before we progress on. If you can wait for your energy to regenerate enough, I would say that you can add these resources to the one above when you go to make the well and just get 9 iron in total and 11 stones together. So after making the well, you can walk right back over to the bonfire on the same map and create those wires without having to go back to maps 1 and 4 to get their materials separately. Completing 14 missions gets you the ethereal title, your first prize in this Lua event, and once again it fits perfectly for my username. I was too busy using my cheat sheet messages for efficiency in a random private chat that I didn't even realize I got that title, nor have I recorded getting that, so Anyhow, mission 15 requires you to move on to map 6, collect 10 emeralds here, talk to the Spirit 1 NPC, and craft 4 gold plates. This mission will need 18 energy points to complete. You'll find Spirit 1 on the far left of map 6. Gold's on map 5 and marbles on map 3, and then you come back to map 6 and craft the 4 gold plates and get a ticket and an inventory item. Mission 16 is super simple and the easiest one yet, where all you have to do is kill the ghost on this 6th map using the spacebar when you're close to it, and it will automatically give you ectoplasm. So this mission requires a 1 energy point, and then you get 2 tickets once you complete this mission. Just remember not to use a spacebar on the ghost if you're standing too close to a resource to prevent it from picking that up instead. Mission 17 has you building a mirror, which is that craft sign on the far right of map 6 and requires 4 energy points. You need 4 wires, 5 ectoplasm, and 4 blue paint. You can click spend to see which of these items you already crafted priorly, and as you can see, you only need 4 ectoplasm to complete it. Spacebar on those ghosts on map 6 itself 4 times to get that. And then you are done, giving you 2 tickets and an inventory item. A lot of those ghosts are too high or too close to the emeralds, so I just took my time to kill the rightmost ghosts in order to avoid wasting any energy points. Now we are on map 7, and for mission 18, we need to collect 10 rubies, which is on this map itself, talk to the NPC Spirit 2, and craft 4 silver plates. Mission 18 will take you 18 energy points to complete. Go over to the right, just past the first 2 ground pots to find the NPC. Marbles on map 3, silvers on map 5, then you come back to map 7 and craft it and get 1 ticket and an inventory item. Mission 19 asks us to build a ladder and plant 8 roses, and we'll need 18 energy points. Start by planting 4 on map 7, so that next round you play you can harvest them and plant 4 more, since that map only offers 4 garden plots. Go right over to the construction sign, which shows that you need the following. We already planted skullberries for a prior mission, so those can be harvested for this point now, and you can craft the paint at the bonfire in map 5. Completing this mission gives you 2 tickets and an inventory item. Mission 20 asks you to collect 5 resources and plant 8 chili peppers, which means that it needs 13 energy points to complete. On map 8, you can plant 4 chili peppers each round, and meanwhile, collect 5 resources that you will need in the next mission so as not to waste that energy. So just go collect 5 ebony logs from this 8th map, which will be useful in your next quest, and then you are awarded 2 tickets and an inventory item, along with 5 more golden tickets for your adventure calendar reward for completing your 20th mission. Mission 21 needs you to build a nest and craft 5 red paint, and it will use 20 energy points. Always prefer collecting the resources first if you have energy to spare, and then move on to the easier ones where you don't need to spend any energy. In this case, you can only do the second part after you craft the nest, because the red paint can only be crafted in that nest itself. After that's done, since you already have enough roses and peppers, just use 5 of each to craft 5 red paints in this nest you just crafted, and then you will get 2 tickets. You are almost halfway through your missions now. How are you doing? Hanging in there? Take a breath, enjoy the storyline and the music. My favorite one's on the very last map we unlock, and the art for that map is indeed quite lovely as well. Mission 22 needs you to build a hot air balloon, which is at the construction sign just to the right of Tiger Shark NPC on this 8th map, and will require 28 energy points. 5 red paints, which you already made earlier, will be used here. You can click spend to see which ingredients you still need. Once you complete this mission, you will get 2 tickets and unlock map 9. Mission 23 requires you to collect 5 granite, plant 10 white roses, and 5 cotton plants, and will take 20 energy points to complete. Since map 9 only has 5 garden plots, it will take you 3 rounds of planting, 2 rounds for the white rose, and 1 round of cotton. Granite is introduced as a resource on this map, so you can go left in map 9, and it is located just left of the new oak log. Be careful not to go all the way to the left, because that first resource on the left is a stone and not granite. You get 1 ticket from this mission. Mission 24 needs you to build a clock tower and then craft 6 cloth and 6 glass from the craft menu in the clock tower once it has been built. This mission will require 27 energy points to complete, of which 20 are to build the clock tower. You just collected the granite in the prior mission, so you can click spend now and see which materials you still need. Crafting 100 items will get you 5 tickets for the adventure calendar. You already made 5 cotton earlier, so you just need to plant and harvest 1 more, I think. And for mission 15 and 18, you already gathered many emeralds and rubies, so you only need to use 6 of those to craft glass on map 9 directly. This mission awards you with 2 tickets. Mission 25 has you go back to map 8 to build a canoe, which is on the far left of this island down in the water. Once built, it will take you to the 10th map, which is the Pink Lagoon. You already made the cloth priorly, so you can send it here now. This mission will take 15 energy points and will give you 2 tickets upon completion. Mission 26 asks you to collect 5 pearls and kill 20 squids to get ink from them, and can all be done on map 10. If you recall, this was one of the resources I mentioned earlier, which does not need you to use up any energy at all. Go down in the water and press spacebar when you're near a squid, and whenever you run out of energy, go spam the spacebar if you're near a pile, or spam the click if you're a little bit away from the different piles of pearls you come across to gather as many as you can. The 5th adventure calendar quest requires killing 20 creatures, which gives you 5 tickets upon completion. This mission will cost you 20 energy points and will give you 2 tickets. Mission 27 has you going back to the Raven Island, which is at map 9, and killing 4 of them along with building your next mode of transportation to take you to the next land. The ones on the far right are the easiest to kill with a spacebar. When you get near them, and then build Air Beetle CF773 is that construction sign on the far right in this 9th map as well. These items look like a lot, but you already have 6 glass left over from before, all the pearls and ink you need for this quest, and 4 silver plates back from when you spoke to Sprite 1. So all you need to do is gather the rest of the gems to create glass, and then on map 9 create silver powder in the clock tower. This mission only requires 14 energy points and will give you a random inventory item. Once you complete making the beetle and click travel, it will take you to map 11, Crystal Fjords. As soon as you step foot on map 11, you are awarded with the 2nd prize of this event, Alice in Wonderland hairstyle, which is a shop item. Mission 28 asks you to collect 10 ice on this 11th map and then build Chimney 1. This chimney is located just to the left of Starlight, and press spend to use this 10 ice that you just collected. This mission requires 28 energy points to complete and awards you a ticket and an inventory item. Mission 29 needs you to make lemon berry jam, which can be crafted in Chimney 1 on this 11th map, then give it to Starlight on the same map, the NPC who will ask you to craft 3 wires as well in order to give you the key. You can plant a mushroom on map 4 and 4 lemons on map 3 and harvest it the next round to make the jam. If you recall earlier, a lot of people had issues interacting with this NPC to give her the jam because they did not interact with all other NPCs on the prior maps. So if that's your case, it should now tell you which NPC or NPCs you have missed, so you can go back and interact with them to be able to progress into your missions. Further left on map 11 is a construction sign. This is where you will be building the 2nd chimney. If you have enough energy, you can plant 4 blue peppers at the same time that you go to plant that 1 mushroom and 4 lilies, 4 lemons, since there is enough garden plots on their respective maps. All of this will need 39 energy points, 11 for the jam and key and 28 for Chimney 2, and gives you 2 tickets. Mission 30 requires you to make Skullberry Jam in Chimney 2 on this 11th map, give it to Blizzard, just to the left of the Chimney 2, and then make Chimney 3. Give it to Blizzard, who is just to the left of Chimney 2, and then make Chimney 3. Then, on map 11, you go past Icicle on the left and either wall jump up to that ice wall or drop to the water, which can propel you right up to the construction sign, which will be your 3rd chimney. You may already have 4 leftover roses and peppers to craft the red paint in the nest on map 8, so be sure to always check your inventory for which supplies you already have. If that's the case, then this mission will require 31 energy points to complete, 11 for the jam and key, and 20 for the chimney, and you will be awarded 2 tickets and an inventory item. Mission 31 requires you to make white rose jam in Chimney 3, and give it to Icicle, who was on map 11 to the left of Blizzard, with 3 gold plates, which you priorly crafted in Mission 15, so that should already be in your bag, to get the golden key. You only need to plant and harvest a mushroom since you already have white roses from a prior mission, or if you had energy to spare. Since you have seen my video before reaching this point in the game, you can plant all your mushrooms together when you went over to plant it the first time, since you need 1 for each jam anyhow. I did this so I was able to make the jam the moment Chimney 3 was built, saving me from having to walk all the way back over to this spot again after collecting a mushroom. You only need to spend 1 energy point for this mission, which is to plant that mushroom if you didn't do it priorly, and you get 2 tickets and an inventory item for this mission. Mission 32 asks you to build a little chimney. For this, all you need to do is go over to the far right on map 11 and spend all 3 keys you just got from the other NPCs, and voila! The easiest 2 tickets and an inventory item. Mission 33 is on the 12th map you just unlocked and asks you to make Igloo 1. This igloo is the construction sign on your left near the NPC Kiko. You already have a cloth from before, you only need to make 4 more of them now. This mission requires 23 energy points and will award you 2 tickets and an inventory item. Remember how I mentioned that there was a little Easter egg linking this map to the graveyard map? Well, there's a 10% chance that you will see this NPC, triple question mark, on that map every time you enter the event. Since we can leave and rejoin rooms mid-game, I tested this by quickly leaving that room and rejoining, but staying on map 12 to be able to spot the NPC quicker. When you do, you can jump off the ice ledge to reach the upper part of the icicle below the NPC and interact. This is not a necessary part of the game, just a fun little extra thing they added in. It gives you a clue for what you need to do on the graveyard map to be able to reach that final construction sign on map 5. Cemetery, cried again and again. So basically, you go to map 5 all the way to the left, and then you cry 3 times at the well, and it will transport you up left to the gravestone where you can craft something by giving it your torch. When you do so, this note pops up. If you enter this room again after, it will go dark since you gave your torch, but you can always make another one later on when you finish the game and have energy to spare because it's not necessary for the rest of this event anyhow. Elizabeth von Drakemouse is possibly some distant ancestor of Arcane von Drakes, since she supposedly died in 1459. Anyhow, Mission 34 asks you to catch 4 blue armadillos, aka spacebar in them, in this 12th map, and then to build a post box, which is the construction sign on the far right of the same map. This mission requires 24 energy points and you get 2 tickets and an inventory item. Mission 35 is in the 14th map you just unlocked and requires you to collect 4 flaming stars, which is also one of the only 4 resources, where you can pick them up after you deplete your energy to 0, and you also need to catch 3 of those moving angry firecrackers by pressing spacebar near them. You can do this mission easily in 3 energy points, and if you have extra left over, start gathering some resources for mission 36 or 37 till you hit 0 on your energy bar, and then come and spam click or spacebar on each flaming star pile. You get 1 ticket from this mission. Mission 36 has you going back to map 13 to build the second igloo, which is the construction sign on the far left, well past Kiko. You can wall jump this ice block to reach it. This will take 20 energy points to create and give you 2 tickets. Mission 37 takes place on the 14th map you just unlocked. You need to collect 6 pine cones and plant 4 winter potatoes to complete it. So that will require 10 energy points to do, and you get 1 ticket. Mission 38 requires you to build Bonfire 2, craft pine oil, and flaming potion. After you have gathered and planted and harvested everything to make that bonfire, you can craft the other 2 ingredients, pine oil and flaming potion. You already caught those angry firecrackers, which are the flame, so only plant and harvest the mushrooms, and then make stardust on the 13th map at the NPC Andromeda. For the flaming potion, you have priorly gathered those flaming stars, so now you only need to gather the rubies to make this potion. All of this requires a whopping 59 energy points, 40 for the bonfire, 9 for the pine oil, and 10 for the flaming potion, and then you get 2 tickets. Mission 39 requires you to make a hypno potion on map 12 at Igloo 1. I love that the creators of this event were thoughtful enough to vary the difficulty of each mission. The last mission was really time consuming, but that helped us to do this next mission, which doesn't require any energy or much effort to complete. Go slightly left in map 12 to Igloo 1 and craft that potion since you already made its 2 ingredients in the last mission. Mission 40 requires you to build a firework. This can be done on map 13 at the right construction sign and will require 32 energy points to complete. You will get 2 tickets upon completion and 5 tickets for the Adventure Calendar prize for completing 40 missions. You have now unlocked the 15th and final map of this event, which houses the NPC Hecadia, who has a groundhog chest, global chest, and red tickets, along with a few other inventory items. We are almost there. Hang on. Mission 41 leads us to my favorite world of all, the Ethereal Gardens, a lovely name for a lovely map with lovely music. You must banish Nymph 1 and Nymph 2 to the skies. Talk to them once, and then interact with them once again after that to see the craft you need in order to banish them. This will require a total of 20 energy points, 10 for each banishment, since you already have the black feathers from doing mission 27, which involved killing those ravens, and you get 2 tickets now. Mission 42 asks you to collect 20 ice and banish Nymph 3 to the sky. You can get ice on map 11 or 12, and to banish the third nymph, go down and talk to them and interact with them again to see what you need for this banishment. This will require 26 energy points, 20 for the ice and 6 for the banishment, and you will get 2 tickets. Now for the last and final mission. Mission 43 asks you to restore the bulb, and then your lost Transformice rat can finally return home. On map 15, there's a construction sign in the middle, which tells you what you need to restore the bulb. Of these, you already have the potatoes you had planted in map 14, and the potion you had painstakingly crafted, so all you need is 20 energy points to complete this mission and this event by collecting those logs from map 9. Completing this mission awards you the badge, and the 6th Adventure Calendar quest is now complete as well, so you get 5 tickets for that. Oh, another note. So apparently the language gets set based on the first community you start doing the Lua event in. So if you start playing in BR at first and then switch to EN, the language will still be in Portuguese. To fix that, on the Lua event term, type !LANG space EN to set it to English, or any community you wish. Then you just type like TR for Turkish, BR for Portuguese, you know what I mean. That was one long event, so congratulations on finishing that whole thing. And another huge thanks to the event squad for coming up with this ginormous event for us all to enjoy. And to myself for not procrastinating too much to make this video, having to write this whole essay out and talk for like an hour straight. You guys have been amazing, so congratulations one and all. See you next time, and feel free to leave any questions or comments below. For any corrections that do take place, I'll leave that in the description box below as well. Bye! QTAngel, as always, peace!